How's it going, everybody? We are back once again. Rick and Wolf over here. And as you can tell by the title of the stream, I'm going to unleash my math skills. So you guys better hold on to something because this is going to be a hell of a ride.
Also, if you have any Tylenol or ibuprofen or latex aid or any ice packs, please, by all means, go get them. You're gonna need them.
All right, so we're gonna start off with probably one of the crazier things. I'm gonna recite pi. That's a memory thing, though. So I'm gonna do it with my eyes closed. And Wolf, I want you to go through each and every single digit of pi that I go through, and essentially keep a mental check of how many I get right.
No promises, I'll be down for speed.
Yep. Wolf here can do 9. So why don't you go first?
So yeah, the first 9 digits of pi. 3.1415965.
3.1415965. That's what he can do. This
Okay,
is
also
what I
do
can
my
do.
class.
All right. So, do you have the digits of pi pulled up?
No, not yet. Hang on.
All right. I'll start once you're ready.
Oh my. Okay. I think, is this it?
That's the pi poster. You should probably look it up. You should probably look them up. So, yep, yeah, that's actually a pi poster right there. Just give me a second. Just checking my streams real quick.
I'm trying to find the one that's close to yours.
You don't worry about it. So let's see.
And in case you guys get confused as to why I'm not gonna have a surprise face at all while he recites this thing, it's because he has shown me everything that he could possibly know. There's nothing that he can do that he's gonna show you guys that's gonna surprise me that he hasn't already showed me.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I'll have some surprises. I'm pretty sure I'll have some surprises for you.
That could not come out right the way I said that.
All right. All right. Let me just I just gotta change the name of my kick stream real quick, which is a bit annoying, but there we go. All right. Kick stream is ready. You got the digits of pi pulled up?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I got a poster right here, so.
All right. Well, you're gonna need to look really closely. So, all right. Time for me to.
And then done before.
Time for me to go off. All right, and I'm gonna do it with my eyes closed.
Yeah, right. and you've done it before in front of me, so I'm not gonna be surprised. Go ahead.
Just give me a countdown. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, 3, 2, let's go.
3.141592653589793223846279502883279502839375105820997 494-4592-307-81-640-628-620 899-8628-03482 53421-17067 98214-808-6513. How many did I get right?
Did I say a lot? That's a lot.
All right. So there's the first one. Reciting 112 digits of pi. Another one of my favorite things to do. This really screws with people's minds. It's a cube root extraction trick.
Oh boy.
So
You guys are in for a treat.
right. So Wolf, I want you to think of a 2-digit number. Don't tell me what it is and don't show me. Well, don't let me see it. So think of a 2-digit number, put it into a calculator, and then I want you to cube it, and then you tell me the answer, and then I'll tell you the number you started with. So when you have your 2-digit number punched in, you say, I'm ready to show it, and then I'll close my eyes, and when you're done showing it, you say, we're good. All right?
Got it. All right, so a 2-digit number, then square it or cube it.
Cube it. So you multiply it by itself. So you do, for example, like, do a one digit example. 5 times 5 times 5. Which, by the way, is 125. Okay. All right.
So that's 4 times tables. Is that correct?
Huh?
So it's basically 4 times tables. Like let's say the number times the number times the number times the number 4 times.
3.
3. Okay.
So you do 5 times 5 times 5, but with 2 digits instead.
All right.
You got the number?
I think I got it. Yeah.
All right.
Show
the stream. Let me know when you're done.
27. 27. 27.
You're not supposed to tell me the number.
At this point, I'm pretty sure you won't even remember, and I'm hoping that they don't remember either. I'll be right back. Hang on a second, guys.
Gosh. All right. Well, this is a little bit odd, but if I remember right, I think Matt should be watching this stream. And if he is, Matt, make yourself known. All right.
Okay, now I'm back.
Okay. So, you got the 2-digit number?
Got the number right here, yep.
Yep, 2 digits. So you got like 10. That's 2 digits. So, yep. Matt here is in the YouTube chat, so. Yep, let's see. So let me
just. Been a while. I've been so.
Alright. Go to here and then apply.
Forgive me if I made a mistake, people.
Yep. Alright. 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 Hello there, my chat was busted. Oops. Alright. So Wolf, let me know when you got the 2-digit number. And then you show the stream. Okay, so it's the number I pick has to have 2 numbers. It has to have 2 digits, and I cannot know what it is, nor be told. I cannot know what it is. All right. So when you say 2 digits, is it like, for example, let's just say I picked 45. Yeah, 45, for example. Okay. So yeah, so a 2-digit number is basically a high number that has
one number then another. Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay, got it. Yep.
All right. When you got your 2-digit number, show the stream.
Okay, but I cover what it equals to.
You don't cover what it equals to. You show the stream the number you're starting with.
Okay.
Show the stream what you're starting with. And chat, you're not allowed to tell me what it is. Okay?
Gotcha.
All right.
All right, here we go.
All right. So you done showing?
Oh no, yeah. There you go. Here's it, guys.
All right. Let's see. So do you have the answer after you cube it?
No, not yet. Okay, so times it twice.
So you do, for example, going back to the example before, 45 times 45 times 45 equals.
Okay. Yeah, I got it. Got it right here.
All right. You got the answer?
All right, here I go. Yeah, here I go. I'm gonna show it to the people.
All right. Show them the answer, and then you tell me the answer without showing it to me.
All right. Here it is, people.
All right.
So the answer, but not the numbers. Not the numbers.
Yep.
Okay. 683.
27.
There you go. Yep, guys.
It's one of my favorite tricks.
Now let's try another one. Let's
right.
try another one. Ready?
Yep.
All right. Don't look.
Yep.
Show it to the people.
All right. I'm just gonna very carefully minimize my Brave window. All right. So I cannot see the stream on my other screen.
All right.
Just let me know when you're done showing the. Just let me know when you're done showing.
I'm done.
All right. Then you type it. You do the process again. Cube it, and then
Yep.
you can say the answer. You don't have to show the answer. You can just say what the answer is, and then I'll know.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Ready?
All right. So you got the answer?
Yes, I got the answer right here.
All right. Lay it on me.
970,299. There you go, guys.
That's an easy one though.
All right.
You're gonna have to pick one that's harder than that.
Let me make it a challenge then. All right. There we go, guys. Have a look. Don't you dare.
Yep.
Ah, fuck! I lost it. Damn.
Yep. I'm blocking the view of my Insignia TV.
All right. Here we go, guys. All right.
You done?
We're good. We're done.
All right.
26,198,073.
You did a 3-digit number this time. You're supposed to do a 2-digit number. Although I do know what.
Ready?
Although I do know a trick to do to cube a 3-digit, to do the cube root of a 7 to 9-digit number. That's much harder. Because the middle digit is a bitch to figure out.
Oh yeah, that was the second one I did was we would have went past 3, so we would have been past 2. So I mean, what the hell? If I was already close to 3 digits, why not? Why stop? Why stop there? Like just reach 3 digits. I just said to myself.
Yeah, you're supposed to stick with 2 digits though. 3 digits, it's possible for me to do 3 digits, but it takes me a lot longer to do it. Because of that middle digit. I can do the first and the last pretty much immediately. But that middle digit is such a bitch to figure out. Because you gotta figure out what the answer is when you modulo it by 11. And if you don't know what that means, it is essentially you divide the number by 11, and then you get and then you figure out what its remainder is. The remainder is the answer to that. So for example, like 10 modulo 3, what's 10 divided by 3? It's blank
10 divided by 3?
Yep, 10 divided by 3, it is blank, remainder blank.
Yeah.
And so, for example, like, what is 10 divided by 3?
Okay. I say 3.5.
It's 3, remainder 1. So
yeah.
10 modulo 3 would be 1 in this case.
Gotcha.
Because it's the remainder after you do the division. So anyways, let's get that
back to 2 digits.
Yep, back to 2 digits.
Instead of showing it, I will be hand drawing it to the people. Hopefully, people will be able to make it out.
How about this? Don't show anyone.
Yeah.
Only you can say it this time.
Oh, yeah, I'll only say the answer. But that's the equation.
Yep.
Okay, you folks ready?
Yep. I am, at least. I don't care about you.
250,047.
63. I memorized that one.
Voila!
That is actually one of the like dozen or so that I've memorized.
All right. 373,248.
62? Wait.
Oh.
72.
There you go.
It took me a little bit. It is possible
All right.
it is possible for me to get it wrong. But far more often than not, I do get it right.
531,441. All right.
That one's a power of 3, and I know it.
$5,832.
18.
Keep forgetting on show.
All right.
Notes that I still don't have a surprise face. Like I said, the man's shown me everything that he could possibly do.
Uh-huh.
There's nothing that he can do that he can show you guys that he hasn't showed me yet. That did not come out right. That did not come out right.
Chat is going to be more surprised than you are. Except for Matt, he's known me for 20 years. He's going to be surprised even less than you are.
658,503.
87?
Yep. 884,736.
96. Oh, man. All right, we could probably keep this going on for maybe another minute after this, and then we'll change to something else.
Yeah. Alright, last few. I'm gonna do 3 more.
Yep.
110,592.
That's gonna be 48. That one took me a little bit. Matt, you still here, by the way? Let me know in YouTube chat.
46,656.
36. That one I know is a power of 6. Yep.
Alright. Several more.
Matt, feel free to jump in if you want.
185,193.
57. Yep. So far, I've only gotten one wrong. Now for the third of them. Now for the third.
And last. Oh, yeah, this is also my favorite position.
Oh,
I'm
60,
kidding.
Just from that, I know you were going to do 328,509. That is 69.
Yeah.
That was one of the ones that I've also memorized. Try again. That one doesn't count. I'm not counting that one.
I'm sorry. YouTube, I'm sorry. Well,
No,
sorry, not sorry.
I could give a fuck about. I could honestly give a fuck about YouTube. But when it comes to Rumble, that's a different story. But anyways.
No, I'm pretty sure Rumble even allows like explicit audios and podcasts.
All right. Anyways, let's get to that third one.
All right.
All right.
493,039.
79. Yep.
That's the last of them.
All right. You want to know how I do it so fast, though? First
What
off,
do you stick to the three?
First off, years of practice. Second off, I can actually do it while you're. I can actually do the first. I can actually figure out the first digit from just what's in the thousands and higher while you're saying the number.
It's no wonder you figured out the second one so quickly. 69.
So yeah,
My favorite position.
just from that alone, I knew it was gonna be 69. Which believe me, I've actually had this all go through my head, And I think I think I'm gonna change your mind almost like just like that. I don't think 69 would actually be. I don't think 69 would be a man and a woman performing oral sex on each other. I think it would involve a man for sure, but I don't think it would be with another woman.
Please, please. I don't need that. I don't need that.
Yeah,
I don't need that thought, please. Just
yeah.
shut up.
Just
Shut
get it
up.
out of your
Just
head.
shut up.
All right, just get it out of your head.
Shut
All
up.
right.
Shut up. Shut up, please.
All right.
I'm begging you,
So,
shut up.
yep. Anyways, how about this? We'll let Matt decide what I'm gonna do next.
Oh, I'm scared now. I'm playing.
So yeah, he's essentially gonna just throw something my way. He's gonna throw like maybe something else that I can do, and then I'll explain how I do it and whatnot, or whatever it is. I'll explain it and then we'll try it.
Jesus.
It might take him a while, so how about I do another trick? How about I do another trick while Matt thinks of one? Squaring a number that ends in 5. We'll go 2 or 3 digits. So you tell me a 2 or 3 digit number that ends in 5 and I'll square it for you. So you tell me the number you're starting with, and then I try to get to the answer.
All right.
This can be 2 or 3 digits. Oh, Matt's already got you beat to the punch on that one. 985. Hold on a second. It's gonna be 96.
I already have one.
Just give me a second. 970,225. Wolf, can you check? 985 times 985. Is that 970,225?
Yep.
Show it.
All right. Now, hold up.
Yep.
All right. Here's another one for you.
All right. Like I said, it could be 2 or 3 digits.
Okay. 495.
495. Let's see. That's gonna be 245,025.
Yep. Again, not surprised. I might be getting off soon. Might.
All right. By the way, Matt, if Wolf does manage to go off stream, I would like you to come into this voice chat to take his place. I know it's gonna be, I know it might be difficult, but at least do your best. Okay? Oh, just give me a second. I'm checking Discord notifications.
Take your time.
Alright. Alright. So you got another 2 or 3 digit number that ends in 5?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh. Hold on. Yeah, got it from right here.
Go for it.
Wait, no, 600. Oh, sorry, no. Let me recite that. There we go. 675.
675. This one's gonna be a tough one. Just give me a second. 675.
I picked the juicy one. Okay.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna take me a little bit.
It did not come out right.
7. Let's see. I'm trying to use another trick as well. I'm trying to use another trick in conjunction with something else. So let's see. 7,
Take your time.
14, 20, 56, 112, 438. Uh,
Oh.
67. Is it 455,325?
Come again?
455,000. No, hold on. No, it can't be that. It can't be 455,325.
No, it's not.
Yep. Oh, I see where I screwed up. 455,625.
Yes.
There we go.
I picked a juicy one for you.
Yep, that was a tough one though.
Uh, I have my many tricks up my sleeve.
Yep.
Or like Shang Tsung would say, I have many tricks up my sleeve.
All right. So let's try another one that's in the basics. How about I square a 2-digit number that starts with a 5? There's only like 9 of those there's only 9 of them that can be gone through, but I can actually explain it once we manage to get through it. Once we manage to get through a few of them.
Yeah.
So let's try it. Squaring a 2-digit number that starts with a 5. So 50 something.
Starts with 5.
So you got your numbers you got your choices of 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, and 59. I'm chucking out
Gotcha.
50. I'm taking 50 out of the picture because that's 2,500. And that one's too easy to do.
Yeah. Alright,
So
59.
59? That's going to be 3481.
No.
All right. So
Alright.
that's one down.
57.
That's going to be 3249. Yep.
Alright, I got a notification from Snapchat.
Oh.
Ah! 56.
56? That's going to be
Yep.
3136.
52.
2704. Yep. Just let me know. Just let me know when you want me to explain the trick.
55.
30-25. I could have used my ending as squaring a number that ends in 5 or beginning in 5 trick for that one. So that trick can actually be done. That one can be done in 2 different ways.
Well, I'll be go to hell.
He's trying to say, "Well, I'll be damned." By the way.
Yeah, I'm saying I'll be go to hell because that's also the reference that the guy who played Sully said in the 2018 Uncharted fan film.
Okay. All right. Anyways, let's get back to the math.
Oh, Jesus. I think I might have to get off soon. So, Matt, by all means, feel free to, in a begging manner, come take my place. Take my place. I'm begging you, my friend.
All right. All right, just let me know when you have another 2-digit number that starts in a 5.
All right. 53.
That's going to be 2809. So far, I haven't missed
And
one of these
notice how I'm not seeing. I'm not. He can't see anything through here. This is a cover. Look at that. See that? So for those of you who say he's full of shit, no, he is not full of shit.
Yep, I just thought of this on the fly as well.
Ah. 51.
51, 2601.
Yep.
All right, I think there's still a few more missing ones, but if you want to continue, that's up to you.
54.
That's going to be 2916. Okay, so just by you showing that, just by you showing your screen and not saying anything, you're just like, yep, he's right.
Yep. Again, you show me everything you could possibly show me.
That's going on r/ out of context.
All right. 58. Last one.
That's going to be 3364. Whoops. Yep. Got every single one of them right.
Yeah, and like Kano said in Mortal Kombat 2021, fucking whoops.
All right. So I'll explain this trick.
Uh,
What you do is you take 25 plus the last digit of the number. So in this, we'll go with 54 in this case. You take 25 plus 4, you get 29. and then you square the 4, and that's 16. And there is your answer. And
And in the famous words, and the famous word of a famous cartoon. That's all, folks.
Looney Tunes, that's Porky Pig.
Porky Pig.
Yep, Porky Pig. That's what I said.
You said pork. You said I could have sworn you said Porchy.
Discord kind of screwed it up.
Uh,
All right.
you Discord.
All right.
All right.
How about we
I think
go
I'll
with?
turn it.
Okay. How about we go with? I'll recite powers of 2 until I stop.
Jesus.
All right.
Ugh.
So you ready?
Yeah. Hope
And
so.
I want you to keep track on the calculator. So I'm gonna go by fast, so you might want to keep up. All right. So 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 256, 5, 12, 10, 24, 20, 48, 40, 96, 81, 92, 16, 384, 32, 7, 68, 65, 5, 36, 131, 0, 72, 262, 144, 524, 288, 1048, 576. You haven't even started yet. And I'm already at 2 to the 20th. Let's continue. 2,097,152, 4194, 304, 8388, 608, 1670, 1677, 72, 16, 3355, 44, 32, 67, 10, 88, 64. And this is where I start to get a little bit fuzzy. I think I usually stop right around there. Because 2 to the 27 is pretty difficult for me. But there is 2 to the power of 1 to the power to 2 to the power of 26. The first 26 powers of 2.
You heard that, folks?
But I do know, funny enough, what 2 to the power of 31 and 2 to the power of 32 is. 2 to the power of 31 is 2147483648. And 2 to the power of 32 is 42, 94, 96, 72, 96. So, yeah. Pretty nuts.
And to this day, legends have it, Wolfie still has not typed in anything since she started. Comedic narration.
Yep, I was going too fast for him. Oh, man. Alright. Okay, so that's pretty much, I think that's human calculator stuff. At least a few of the things that, some human calculators or memory, people with good memories can, do. How about we go for something a little bit on the higher end of math? Something that you would probably learn at university. You think you're ready for this? Or I think it would actually be beyond college. Like you've already gotten your doctorate. You've already gotten a PhD.
Yeah, I would personally have to say that not even Spawn could keep up with you.
Not even who?
Thon, as an Eobard Thon.
Oh, Eobard Thon. Right.
Yeah.
The reverse flash. Got it. So,
Yeah,
anyways.
not even someone would want to get close to you with that many years.
Yep. It would just. What do you think his reaction would be?
I think that he would say, like so. Huh. And I thought DeVoe was the fastest mind. I think Clifford DeVoe, aka the Thinker
Oh
of
boy.
the Thinker, one of Flash's most dangerous enemies.
I think the Flash would be able to figure out the first, like, I don't know, 200 powers of 2 before I could get off the first, I don't know, 5. But anyways, let's go with something on the higher end of math. How about I try to explain what the continuum hypothesis is? You ever heard about that?
Not really.
All right.
And plus,
This is
my brain isn't functioning at the moment. I need some gas.
uh, gas. That's not enough.
Mm.
You're gonna need some freaking fusion energy for this one. And I'm
And you know
not.
what?
And
The only, the only,
I'm not talking about Dragon Ball fusion. No. I'm talking fusion that you would find in the core of the sun. That kind of fusion power.
let's just say I'm gonna need something that can I'm gonna need the only type of drink that is the only thing that can get the Flash drunk. And I don't even think you know what that drink is. That is the only thing that can get a speedster drunk.
What is that?
Believe it or not, rocket fuel.
Rocket fuel.
Rocket fuel. I kid you not.
Rocket fuel is capable
That
of
is
getting a speedster drunk.
Yeah, in
Oh
the DC
gosh.
universe, yeah, it confirms it. It confirms it. It is the only thing that can get the Flash and the Kid Flash drunk.
Oh boy. Oh boy. You're gonna have to DM that to me. But anyways.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'll even find the clip that confirms it.
Yep. Alright. So while you're doing that, I'm gonna at least do my best to explain what the continuum hypothesis is. So, how many numbers can you essentially count? When you're learning how to count, what usually people think, oh, what's the highest number you can count to? It's like, oh, we could go probably to 50, or let's say 300, 3 to 14. No, I'm just kidding. Yep.
I would personally say the highest number I could count up to, the same number as I can count up to count up for sheep until I fall asleep. That's the highest I can go.
Yep. Well, I've counted to 1,000 by ones. Before. And funny enough, that was for a punishment that my mom gave me. I'll spare the rest of the details. But anyways, so let's say we started counting every second. We started counting by ones every second, and we can do so for eternity. We can do that forever. How many seconds are in forever?
Jesus
How many
Christ.
seconds are in forever?
That's literally almost close to asking how many hours are really in a day.
it,
What do you think is
believe it
the
or not,
typical answer that people give?
infinite.
Yeah, people ask like, how many hours are in one day? Like, what is the typical answer you think people give?
24.
Yeah. To any of those who also say 24, respectfully speaking, you are an idiot. Okay. That is precisely 23 hours, 59 minutes, and 59 seconds, and 99 kiloseconds.
999 milliseconds, you mean?
Well, I'm at kiloseconds, but yeah.
Yeah, it's milliseconds when you start to get past, once you start crossing the decimal point into like 59.999, it'd be 999 milliseconds. So it's essentially 1 millisecond off of 24 hours. But anyways, so if you were to count the number of seconds or minutes or hours in forever, believe it or not, you're gonna get the same answer no matter which one you do.
I'll be going to hell. How about
Like,
that?
it is effectively infinite, but you can count to that. So that kind of a number is when you essentially ask, oh, how many counting numbers are there? There is an answer to that, and it's not just infinity. It is, that number is called Aleph Null. Okay?
All right.
So that's that. So now let's try, how many fractions are there? Like 1 over 1, 1 over 2, 1 over 3, 1 over 4, 2 over 1, 2 over 3, 2 over 5, 2 over 7. You keep that going on. How many rational numbers are there? How many numbers can you write as a fraction? Believe it or not, there's the same number of rational numbers as there are counting numbers. That should really break your head, because you would think, oh, there's like if you arrange them in a grid, like you try to start at the first row, you're never going to get to the second row. But here's a trick that you can use. You can count them along the diagonal. So you go 1 over 1, 1 over 2, 2 over 1, and then you got 3 over 1, and then you could skip 2 over 2 because that's the same thing as 1. That's just 1 again. And then you got 1/3. Then you got 1/4, 2/3, 3/2, 1/4, and so on. You can just keep that going on forever. So that essentially tells you that there are the same number of rational numbers as there are counting numbers. Now, how many real numbers do you think there are just between 0 and 1? How many real numbers are there?
Go ahead and tell the people.
Huh?
Go ahead and tell the people.
Well, I'll tell you the answer. It is too many to count. It is too many to count. Even if you were to count that, yeah, Matt is saying in YouTube chat, mega infinite. It's not mega infinite. It's just, that is usually considered 2 to the power of Aleph naught, which is also Aleph null. Aleph 0. The first Aleph number has multiple names. So the number of real numbers is too many to count. It is usually considered uncountable. And believe it or not, I can actually show you uncountable. Like, I can show you. You know what? Here, I'll even do this in OBS. I can do this in OBS. All right. Okay. So, Wolf, I want you to do this for me. Give me a string of 5 letters A's and B's, and I will tell you, and at the end of that, I will pick one of those two letters, A or B, and by the end, we're going to see if the string of A's and B's that I pick is anywhere on your list. All right? We're going to do a little
All right,
game.
I'll try my best. I'll try my best to focus because I'm just over here picturing the funeral of Kratos, the god of war, after seeing this post.
Oh, gosh. Anyways, so you're going to have to
Right
DM
here.
it. All right, DM it to me. So, anyways,
Hmm.
just pick a random string of 5 letters, A or B. So, like, A, B, 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 A, B, A, B, A, any one of them.
All right.
And Matt, if you want to chip in for this one, feel free to.
Right. Any letter?
Huh?
Any letter? Any letter?
A or B?
Any letter?
A or B? That's it.
A or B?
A or B. Yep. Oh, Matt's
A
got a
B
string.
A B A.
All right.
Okay, hold on.
Matt's got a string. It's A B A A B. All right. So here's the first letter I'm going to pick. All right. Wolf, you pick the next one. You
Okay.
go for the next one.
Ready?
I'll go up against you and Matt.
Okay. A B A A B A.
A B. What was that?
A A A B A A B A.
That's 6 of them. We gotta go for 5.
A B A A B.
Matt's already got that one.
I said, hold on, let me see.
Yep. I would actually want you to look at my either Discord camera or my YouTube stream. Either one works.
Okay, that's right here.
Yep. So we'll try that again.
Okay. Right, get rid of that second. Get rid of that other B too.
That's just part of the string I'm picking.
Oh, okay, here. All right. B A B B A.
B A B B A. All right.
Yeah.
I'm going with B. All right.
I just realized what the fuck I accidentally spelled.
What?
Baba. All I'm missing is one more word. All I'm missing is one more word.
Baba boy.
No. Baba Yaga.
Oh, right. Oh well. So Matt, why don't you pick the next one? The next string of A's and B's, 5 long. A. All right. So let's see. I'm gonna go with B for the third. All right. Wolf, now you're up.
I'm too in distraught from what I just saw. You have to skip me.
All right. All right. Matt, looks like you're up again.
That is a textbook violation.
You're gonna have to send that to me in a DM.
But that's only twice.
A, B. All right, guess I'm going with B again. All right. So, Wolf, you got another one for me? Another 5-letter string of A's and B's.
B-A-B-A-B.
All right. All right, so now I got mine, and mine is B-B-B-B-A. So, check to see if the one at the bottom matches any of the ones out the matches any of the other 5. Does mine right here match any of these up here? These ones. Mine is right here. Does mine right here match any of these ones up here? Yes or no?
The third, the fourth one.
Yeah, the fourth one is essentially just a complete flip of the third.
Yeah, a simple
Anyways.
switch.
Yep. So, Wolf, does my string match any of the ones that you and Matt have picked out for me?
I can't really say, but I'd go with no.
You're correct. It doesn't match. It doesn't match any of the.
Wow.
It doesn't match any of them.
An educated guess.
And I'll explain why it doesn't match. It's because I looked at each and every single one of them, and for the first one, I picked one letter. For the first letter right here, I made sure that one was different than the first letter in the first string. So A-B-A-A-B, I picked B because that is the opposite of A in this case. And yeah, so B is different from A in the first string. And then we got the second letter in the second string. Mine is different, once again. Then we got the third letter in the third string. Mine is different. Fourth letter in the fourth string. Mine is different.
Weaponize.
Then the fifth letter in the fifth string. Mine is different. It's different from every single one in each position.
Yeah, unfortunately, I am gonna have to make like Bugs Bunny and bounce, so, what's up, Doc? I'll see you.
All right.
I'll
I'll see
take
you
care,
around.
alright?
Yep. See you around, Wolf.
Bye.
All right. Looks like it's just me now. Whoops. One moment. And there we go. So just give me a second while I fix this. All right. And that is effectively what is considered Cantor's diagonal argument. And that is essentially, effectively how you can get a different real number than any of the natural numbers. Let's say you were to pick a random real number with infinitely many digits. Infinitely many digits. And you were to pair one up with each and every single counting number or natural number from 1 all the way to essentially infinity. I could go through each and every single one of them, technically speaking, and essentially pick a different digit for all of them. I can essentially pick a different digit, the first digit in the first position of the first decimal of the first number, the second decimal of the second number, the third of the third, fourth of the fourth, fifth of the fifth, and so on for infinity, I can make a different real number. I just have to, it could be like, let's say the first decimal of the first number is 0. I pick anything but that. The number I pick is going to be different than that number in that place. And then I do, let's say the second number for the second decimal for the second number is 7. I can pick anything other than 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, or 0. And I got a different number, and I still have a different number than the second digit, than the second number. And I just keep that pattern going on forever. I keep that pattern going on forever, and that is effectively Cantor's diagonal argument, and that shows that the number of real numbers and the number of natural numbers are completely different. You cannot match them up. So, that being said, that's just part of the continuum hypothesis breakdown. The continuum hypothesis equation, if I remember it correctly, it is 2 to the power of aleph 0, 2 to the power of aleph 0, which is how many counting numbers there are, or essentially a countable infinity, equals aleph 1. Brain gone, total mush. Yeah, I'm just getting started. And, oh, speaking of which, I'll get to this in just a moment. So we now have the continuum hypothesis equation. That is 2 to the aleph 0 equals aleph 1. What the hell is aleph 1? Well, I'll do my best to explain it to you. So we have, and I'm going to build up to it. We have the set of counting numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the way for infinity. We take that as a set. Now, I'm going to introduce a new term. It's called well-ordered. A well-ordered set. Effectively, a well-ordered set is a set that has a smallest element. That is the basic idea of a well-ordered set. Now, let's say we were to take each and every single element in the set of counting numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way on for infinity, and we were to rearrange it, and we call that a new set. It doesn't matter how they're rearranged or how many elements there are. There could be infinitely many. There could be a finite number. We could go with the set of even numbers. We could go with the set of even numbers, even counting numbers. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and so on. We could go for the odd numbers. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, and so on. We could also just, like I said, we could pick a finite group from that. 3, 7, 8, 56, 73, so on. Like, we could go until you reach an end for that one. Or you could just pick one number from the list, and then the rest of it, you leave the rest of it alone. Each and every single one of those has a smallest element. Now, if you were to take the full list of all of those, if you were to take the full amount of all of those, if you were to count each and every single one of those, you realistically can't. But if you were to take the set of all of those sets, that is effectively what is considered Aleph 1, from what I think. I could be wrong on that, though. That is what I think Aleph 1 is. But I'm just going to check. Let's see. Aleph 1. All right. I'm going to be using Wikipedia, so... Okay. So, you know, this is not going into politics, so we don't necessarily have to worry too much about bias. At least I hope. But call me out on this if I'm wrong. But here's what it says. Yep. I'll see if I can show it. I'll show it on stream. We have, let's see, we'll go with this one. Yep, there we go. Okay. So here we have Aleph 1, right about here. All right, I'm just gonna crop this out real quick. And I'm gonna turn on dark mode so that we can see. So that you guys are not blinded. So that you guys are not blind. So, here's a breakdown of Aleph 1 on Wikipedia. I'll read it out. Aleph 1 is the cardinality of the set of all countable ordinal numbers. This set is denoted by omega 1, or sometimes capital Omega. Now, ordinal numbers are different than counting numbers. Ordinal numbers and cardinal numbers are different. Usually you have, like, let's say you have a list. You have a list of things you want to get at the grocery store, okay? You want to get some things in order. So you go, number 1 is bread. Number 2 is bread. Number 1 is bread. Number 2 is soap. And number 3 is 5 apples. Number 1, number 2, and you got first, second, and third. Those are the ordinal numbers. They give you order. They tell you what order the numbers come in. They tell you what order those come in. The third element in that set, the 5 apples, the 5 is a cardinal number because that just tells you how many to get. It doesn't tell you what order. That is effectively it. It is also considered, I believe, to be the number of rearrangements of all. I think it's also considered to be the number of rearrangements of a countable set with a smallest, the number of rearrangements of a countable, well-ordered set. I could be wrong on that. Fact check me in the comments. Fact check me in the comments. And feel free to go sicko mode on the roast. So, that is the continuum hypothesis. And people can't necessarily, what the problem essentially is 2 to the power of a countable, is 2 to the power of the size of a countable set equal to the size of the first uncountable set, Aleph 1. Are those equal or are they not? Now, that is not the end of the Aleph numbers. If you want to know more about the Aleph numbers, you can check out Vsauce. There's 2 videos. There is counting past, well, not just 2 videos, but several videos. There's the Banach-Tarski paradox. There is counting past infinity and fixed points. Look up those 3 videos made by Vsauce, and you'll get an idea. So, Matt, what do you think about that? Your homie of 20 years is capable of wrapping his head around that. And get this. It is possible for Magic the Gathering to demonstrate that. It is possible for Magic the Gathering to demonstrate the continuum hypothesis. And I also believe it's possible for Magic the Gathering to demonstrate what is called the Aleph fixed point. Now, to make this fun, I want Matt to get in on this. Oh, I see we got a message from oh. We love Turing Complete MTG. Well, guess what? I have also made a deck that is also Turing Complete and goes to the Aleph fixed point. And it's a commander deck. Let me just see if I can get to it. It is this one. The Aleph fixed point Turing Machine deck. Now, some of you may have heard of that. Oops, that stuff from my Balloon Star Defense. This right here is from my Balloon Star Defense Ultra development live stream. So we could just get that right out of here. Boom. There we go. So, Magic the Gathering is capable of simulating a computer. It is impossible to determine if a game of Magic the Gathering is going to end or not. And there is a Turing Machine deck that is capable of demonstrating that. However, I believe you could just add 3 cards to that deck and you take it to the Aleph fixed point. And you also should probably invoke the continuum hypothesis when you're doing that. But effectively a modified version of the continuum hypothesis. I think... I'm gonna hide this until I find it. Let's see. Maybe it's in this one? Yep, this is the one. So, this is effectively it. I've only added 3 cards to this, and it can now go to the Aleph fixed point. If any of you don't know what essentially the Magic the Gathering Turing Machine deck can do, Kyle Hill has not only made 1 video about it, he's made 2 or 3 videos on it. He's made 3 videos of it. One on his Because Science channel, but I think it was before he lost access to it. And then another one, essentially, of footnotes. And then the third one is now on his main channel, which is Kyle Hill. I'm just going to demonstrate one aspect. I'm going to demonstrate the one thing that effectively makes this go to the Aleph fixed point. So I'm going to play test it, but I'm going to rig my hand because, again, this is just a hypothetical. I will need Doppelgang, 1,000-Year Storm, and Doubling Season. You can effectively replace Doubling Season with any token doubler and we'll be fine. Alright, I'm going to zoom in this much. You have Doubling Season right here. We have Doppelgang, which is for each of X target permanents, create X tokens that are copies of that permanent. And now we have 1,000-Year Storm. So, in order to get to the Aleph fixed point, using the continuum hypothesis, first off, you're going to need to get infinite mana, which is possible to do if you have, I believe, you do it with this and 2 of these. You don't need this one. You can go with this. All right. We get this into play, and that should be it. Okay. So that is effectively. This is effectively how to get the infinite mana combo so far. First off, and this is a turn, this has to be done on turn 1. You play Ancient Tomb, you take it, you tap it, you lose 2 life. You play Grim Monolith, then you cast 2 Lotus Petals, and then you tap and sacrifice them to get 2 mana, to get 2 blue mana, and cast Power Artifact on your Grim Monolith. What Power Artifact does is it will reduce this untapped Grim Monolith ability from 4 to 2. You tap Grim Monolith for 3 colorless mana. So when you tap, you get 3 out of it, and to untap it, you put 2 back in. So you wind up back to where you started after just one of those loops with 1 more mana than you started. You can effectively take this to an infinite degree. You can carry this to infinity. So this right here is an infinite loop. You get infinite colorless mana doing this. Now we play Gemstone Array. Now we can put all the mana into Gemstone Array and get infinite mana of all 5 colors. White, blue, black, red, and green. And if you want, we can keep infinite colorless mana as well. Well, Gemstone Array is effectively if you pay 2 mana to put a charge counter on it, and then you remove a charge counter from it, you add 1 mana to your mana pool. So that's effectively it. The short version is you can pay 2 mana, you can pay 2 colorless mana, you can pay 2 mana of whatever, and get 1 mana out of it. It's a net loss, but if you can manage to increase the charge counters, you should be fine. But anyways, that's not the main point. So we now have infinite mana of all 5 colors. And then you play the Staff of Domination. You use the mana, you use mana that you have to draw your entire deck. Your entire deck in one go. Now, in Kyle Hill's video, Because Science, for the Magic the Gathering Turing Machine deck, you have to do an absurd number of steps in order to essentially set it up. But I'm going to skip most of it and get right to the point where you go to Wheel of Sun and Moon. If a card were to be put into... I'm going to target myself with it. So Wheel of Sun and Moon, if a card would be put into my graveyard from anywhere, instead I reveal it and then put it on the bottom of my deck. Because my deck is empty, that's it. So this is where the 3-card combo comes into play. So we're gonna set this one off to the side for a little bit. This is Thousand Year Storm. We're gonna set this aside. We play Doubling Season, and then we're going to use half of the mana that we have. Half the mana. Half of our infinite mana. And... Or... Actually, I think it would be a bad idea to do that, but... Because we don't have that many targets, so... My bad. We can effectively cast Doppelgang for X equals 1, and we target Doubling Season with it. But because of Doubling Season's inherent ability, if we were to create a token of something, we instead create 2 of them. So we get 2 copies of Doubling Season. And then, this would go to the graveyard, but Wheel of Sun and Moon tells us to put it on the bottom of our deck. Then we use mana to tap the Staff of Domination to draw a card, which is Doppelgang, and then we untap it again for later. Then we cast Doppelgang again. X equals 1, we target Doubling Season. We have 3 now. 2 to the power of 3 is 8, because each Doubling Season effectively, each Doubling Season is multiplicative. So we get 8 more copies. So, just to make it simple, we get 2 copies from the first one, and then we get 8 copies from the second one. So 1 plus 2 plus 8 is 11. We now have 11 copies of Doubling Season. And then we do this again. We draw the card. We play Doppelgang once again. Target Doubling Season. We get 11 instances of doubling. If you remember how I recited powers of 2, 2 to the 11 is 2048. So now we get 2048 copies of that. And then we can just keep on going, doing this over and over and over again. Now, this also brings another aspect into it. Most of you effectively have never gone past exponentiation in school. Most of your teachers teach you about exponentiation, and that is it. In math, you can go as far as you want when it comes to not just exponentiation, but how many repetitions you have. I'll explain I'll explain it better this way. Addition, repeated addition is multiplication. Repeated multiplication is exponentiation. Repeated exponentiation is called tetration. If any of you remember the video that I did about Alitro and the Gen's Almanac mod, you might remember, you might actually, if you go back to that, you'll know where I'm going with this. But if you don't, check that video, check that live stream out. So, we now have reached tetration in Magic the Gathering. And we have this infinite loop going on. So now we have an infinite power tower of 2s. And let's just say if we had enough, or let's just say we started off with this Riptide Replicator. We started off with this, and then we just effectively, sorry about that. We have, in this deck, there is a way to essentially, effectively bounce this back to my hand. I just can't seem to find it anywhere. It's around here somewhere, and I know it. I believe the name of the card is called Capsize. I know it's Capsize, but where the hell is it? Yep. I'm going to do this a simple way. Alright. Go Capsize. Yep, there it is. I knew it was there. Alright. So I've got Capsize. Return target permanent to its owner's hand. I have infinite mana, so I can just keep on doing this over and over and over again. Effectively, well, I play Riptide Replicator. I pay 4, tap it, and I create, you know, whatever creature token I want out of it. I bounce this back to my hand with Capsize, and I cast this with Buyback, so that it returns, so that Capsize returns to my hand as well. So I bounce that back and forth, and let's just say I run out, quote-unquote, of mana. I could just do the Grim Monolith Gemstone Array thing over and over again, as many times as I want. So that is one way I can get an infinite combo. That is essentially one way I can get infinite targets. For Doppelgang. Then I can go for X goes to infinity, and then I get infinite copies of Doubling Season. So now, this will represent infinitely many copies of Doubling Season. So, how many copies of Doubling Season do I have? Effectively, Aleph Null, Aleph 0. I have Aleph 0 Doubling Seasons now. I have Aleph 0 Doubling Seasons now. So now that is set up. Now's where 1,000 Year Storm comes into play. I cast 1,000 Year Storm, and then, because of the fact that I had an infinite loop and Capsize was in it this time, and not Doppelgang, I can cast Doppelgang, and this gets copied once for every time I've cast Capsize before it, which is infinitely many. It's a countable infinite, so it's Aleph 0. I get Aleph 0 copies of Doppelgang, and I will use half of my mana pool for Doppelgang. I'll use half of my infinite mana pool, which leaves me still with infinite mana of all colors and colorless And then I will go for the doubling seasons and Thousand Year Storm. So, now this is where things get really crazy. The first doppelgang resolves, and right away, this is where the continuum hypothesis kicks in. Right away, this is where the continuum hypothesis kicks in. Because now I have effectively an infinite amount of 2s multiplied together. So, whether this is the continuum hypothesis or not, like, this could be considered a different interpretation, but you could take this whichever way you want. I think of this as one way to demonstrate the continuum hypothesis. So I could go for doppelgang x equals infinity or 2. It'll get me the same result either way. I could go for, as long as I hit a doubling season and a Thousand Year Storm, I'm good. So now, doppelgang gets copied infinitely many times, countably infinite, Aleph null times. And that gets us from Aleph 0, using the continuum hypothesis to go one Aleph number up essentially one Aleph number up every single time. I already go up to Aleph Omega. Aleph Omega, well, just to tell you what Omega is the smallest ordinal number that is bigger than all the finite ones. It is called a transfinite ordinal. That's the math term, don't blame me. I'm just the messenger. This ain't going into wokeism, okay? That is what the mathematicians have decided to go with. That is the mathematical definition of omega. Okay? You can look it up. I'm telling the truth. So anyways, back to this. So now we have Aleph Omega copies of Doubling Season and Thousand Year Storm. Once that doppelgang series is done, then we use Staff of Domination to drop, Wheel of Sun and Moon goes off, it goes back into our deck, and then we use Staff of Domination to draw it back again. And then we cast Doppelgang again, targeting Doubling Season and Thousand Year Storm. And now we have Aleph Omega copies of Doubling Season and Thousand Year Storm. Well, technically you would get Aleph Omega plus 1, because you got Omega, you essentially got Aleph null copies of it beforehand. And then you have the original one. So technically that would be Omega plus 1. We're at Aleph Omega plus 1. And now we're casting Doppelgang again. So now we're going to go Aleph Omega plus 1 runs up the ladder. We're going to go that far. So we're well beyond countable at this point. We're well beyond uncountable at this point. Matt, is your brain mush at this point? Are you still here? I wonder how deeply your brain is fried right now. So, other than that, we can keep this loop going on forever. And after that loop, we get to the Aleph fixed point, because we started off after the first we have Aleph Omega plus 1 after the first Thousand Year Storm copy. Well, I think it's the first Aleph, It's the first doppelgang after 1,000-Year Storm is played. We have Aleph Omega plus 1 now. We cast Doppelgang again. We get Aleph Omega plus 1 copies of Doppelgang. We resolve them in order. That becomes Omega plus... We get Omega plus 1. And then we have Aleph Omega plus 1. You kind of see where I'm going with this? But if you want to take it in the Aleph direction, we got Aleph Omega plus 1. Then we just keep that loop going on forever, and then we get the descending tower. We get the descending tower of Alephs. We get the descending tower of Alephs, and that goes on for infinity. And with that, there's your Aleph fixed point in Magic the Gathering. Combine that with a Turing Machine deck, and we have probably one of, if not the biggest Turing machines mathematically possible. And it's in Magic the fucking Gathering. Tell me that is not insane. Tell me that is not insane. You're gonna have to look me in the eye and tell me that ain't crazy, because I just may not believe you. So yeah, if you thought I was good at just the low-level math, no. I'm capable of hanging with the best of them. I can throw hands with the high-level math. Yeah, I'm capable of wrapping my head around that. Just barely, though. So that was Magic the Gathering's Aleph fixed point Turing Machine deck. Tell me that is not crazy. Let's see what Kyle Hill has to say about that one. Well, Kyle Hill, the Command Zone, or basically any Magic the Gathering content creator, and Vsauce. Let's see what those guys have to say about that. What do you think about that? Oop. Looks like we have a bit of trouble. Yep. We have some problem here in the Kick chat. So I gotta do a little bit of stuff here on Kick. Boom. 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 And boom. And also, boom. And another one. Boom. this. And there we go. Had to do a little bit of modding. Had to do a little bit of moderating on Kick. But I'm pretty sure I had to deal with a whole bunch of spam bots. So if Kick would like to look into this, I will make a list of the names of these accounts, and if I can possibly reach out to anyone at Kick, I will do that and see if they can look into these. So, yep, just excuse me for a little bit while I do a little bit of Kick moderation. This is the first time I've had to do it, but I'm not surprised about this. These are either spammers or spam bots. These are either spammers or bot accounts on Kick. Not surprised though. There's YouTube bots, there's probably Rumble bots too. But anyways, with that, I have officially fixed all of that, so I can continue. So, what else should I do? I mean, it's just me now, unfortunately. But I think for now, I think I'm going to, you know, I'll call it. I'll call it for the night. So, hopefully, if you guys like this, you know, give it a like. Let me know on a scale of 1 to infinity how. Let me know on a scale of 1 to the Aleph fixed point how fucked your mind is. Oh man, this is gonna be absolutely hilarious. This is gonna be absolutely hilarious to see the comments on this one. So, with that, I'm gonna call it off. So for now, as I end most of my streams this way, keep it real, keep it safe, and hang in there. Things will get better. No matter how bad the situation is. Okay? It will get better. Just have faith. It may get worse. It may get worse at first, but I can promise you it will get better. Eventually. You know? It will get better. Just hang in there, keep it real, and keep it safe. Okay? With that, I will see you guys later. Peace out.